waiting. Chalo. ठीक है, चलो. At that time, Krishna.
At that time, Krishna was engaged. Oh, we saw that. Lord Krishna, who specifically protects his devotees, saw that the whole population of Dwarka was most perturbed by the presence of the great fiery demon. He immediately began to smile and assure them, "Don't worry, I shall give you all protection." The Supreme Personality of Godhead. Next page, please. Krishna is all pervading. He is within everyone's heart, and he is without also in the form of the cosmic manifestation. He could understand that the fiery demon was a creation of Lord Shiva, and in order to vanquish him, he took his Sudarshana Chakra and ordered him to take the necessary steps. The Sudarshana Chakra appeared with the effulgence of millions of suns. His temperature being as powerful as that of the fire created at the end of the cosmic manifestation. By his own effulgence, the Sudarshana Chakra began to illuminate the entire universe, on the surface of the earth as well as in outer space. Then the Sudarshana Chakra began to freeze the fiery demon created by Lord Shiva. In this way, in where did we go? In this way, the fiery demon was checked by the Sudarshana Chakra of Lord Krishna, and being defeated in his attempt to devastate the city of Dwarka, he turned back.
Okay. So then, okay, yes. So the demon Daksha Agni is now attacked by Sudarshana, and he ran back. This is quite similar. Hare Krishna, who is there? Venki.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dhananjay Prabhuji.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Mataji, Murti Mataji. Now the issue is this: is Shiva disturbing Krishna Leela, or under Yogamaya is acting like Balaram? Shiva. What do you feel?
Yogamaya.
Under Yogamaya, no? You know, let him go and die. Otherwise, why is he teaching him all that Tantra? Benediction, and he said, "My own ghost companions will come with you. Go die. Huh?
Go and try.
Go and die." Mataji? Huh? Looks like as if he's, disturbing, but he's not disturbing actually. Generally, Lord Shiva is a very great devotee, and this stupid desire, he said, "Okay, go die. My Lord will." Chalo. Having failed, let us see proper analysis, then we will discuss.
Yeah. Having failed to set fire to Dwarka, he went back to Varanasi, the kingdom of Kashiraj. As a result of his return, all the priests who had helped instruct the black art of mantras, along with their employer Sudikshana, were burned to ashes by the glaring effulgence of the fiery demon. According to the methods of black art mantras instructed in the Tantra, if the mantra fails to kill the enemy, then because it must kill someone, it kills the original creator. Sudikshana was the originator, and the priest assisted him, therefore, all of them were burned to ashes. This is the way way of the demons. The demons create something to kill God, but the very same weapon the demons themselves are killed.
It's very interesting is this that Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Anybody knows instance of black art with Bhaktivinoda Thakur? Somebody try?
Yeah.
The king.
There
was a king of who was the king of Odisha only that time? Bhaktivinoda Thakur time. Okay. Lord Chaitanya time was a great devotee, Pratap Rudra. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur time, 350 years later, was a king. And this king was stealing money from the temple treasury. You understand? Jagannath temple is like Tirupati temple, very rich temple. So he was stealing some money. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur came to know. And he said, "You are now as, as Prayashita, you have to offer Chappan Bhoga this many times." And king was becoming bankrupt because to sponsor Chappan Bhoga 10 times a day or 20 times a day, he was losing all his money. So he became very frustrated and he was too proud. So he didn't take it like that. What he did was that this king, he called some tantra person and he said, "Do some homa to kill this Bhaktivinoda Thakur." And you cannot apply tantra without a devotee. It does not work. Correct? But somehow what happened? happened was that this person still tried, and final one Ahuti was done. The king's son died. that tantric,
Oh my God.
whatever he created, it has to kill somebody there. It came and killed the what do you say? It came and killed the.
Son.
You can understand this. Same weapon, the demon themselves were killed. Okay. So should be. Anyway, we are not interested in Tantra Vidya. Let us go.
And the black magic.
Black magic. It is there. Every city in India.
It is there. It is there. It is there.
I heard Kerala people are very expert.
Kerala, yeah, expert. Very, very expert.
Kerala,
I've
Bengal.
heard in Bengal also.
Bengal also very expert. Yeah. I heard in Bengal they give bhuta for rent.
Oh my God.
If you're interested, we'll send some few people. Anupur Mataji.
No.
Hello. We are not interested. We want to go back to Krishna. It's all drama. See, in the middle world, there is so much interest. Vidhadi Bhuti Bhinnam, it is so interesting and exciting, so many variety in the middle world. But there is no Krishna here. Therefore, we should not be interested in this world. Get this point? Now we get excited. Oh, there is this, there is this, there is no Krishna here. You want Krishna. Correct? Otherwise, you see, you open, go to cinema hall, the such 3D effects, such sound, such music. It is very difficult to keep eyes away. Anna? Hey, Sridhara? Sridhara? Okay. So it is so interesting that it is really very difficult to keep eyes away, And people, I was just talking to one student in college where the students gather every week. I said, what's the condition of your friend who sometimes come for the program? So they cannot miss any latest movie. They have to go. This is the condition of the youngsters. They have to go. They are a victim of all the, campaign. Prabhupada used to joke in America, that is 1971 model, 1972 model. They have to throw away 1971 model. So much they become victim of the campaign. What is there? There is hardly any difference. But we get trapped, isn't it? We want the latest, even though there may be no improvement, nothing, just maybe same, mostly it is same. But we become mad. We have to, and we throw away. In fact, people who have visited Japan, they say that the country is rich, but there is no place there. So people throw away. I mean, where to throw away? There is no place to throw away. So keep outside the house for a municipality truck to come. And they also get overloaded. They go away without picking up your stuff, correct? They have a limit how much they can pick up. So then if Indians who are there, they do this, they go in the evening and they see where good working, electronic gadgets just kept outside the house. The oven, the fridge, just kept because they want to buy the latest model. 2018 model they want, 2017 TVs out. So they pick up. When they pick up, the people call them inside and give them a feast, some juice, because they're happy somebody has taken it. So we become victim of all this propaganda. Okay. So Vasudhadi Vibhuti Vinnam. This world there is no end to how much variety can be created in this world to attract us. But we should be very mature to see there is no Krishna here. Correct? Somebody is saying, what happens? I want to tell you some news. Is Krishna there? I'm not interested. You know what in America, every day what Trump said, correct? They don't like him, but every day everybody is saying, what did he say latest, isn't it? They get up and say, what did he do next? Is Krishna involved? I'm not interested. Krishna is a protector, Krishna is a mentor. I'm just not interested in what these idiots keep saying. There are a million idiots like these in the whole world. They keep speaking whole day. Why we have to waste our time? Where Krishna is there, and we want to hear Krishna's words. We want to hear the words of pure devotees. Today, one very nice Shisha, I was reading Prabhupada class. Prabhupada is explaining, Maya tatamidam sarvam, jagat avyakta murtina, mastani sarva bhutani, naham teshu avasitaha. So in that lecture on that, I was reading, Prabhupada says something very interesting. He says that just like a bird in a cage, human form of, in all other 80 lakh form, the cage is closed. You cannot come out. In human form of life, the cage is open. Now you can flap your wings and go out of the cage. But even we go back. That is how when you're chanting. You're actually flapping our wings. Chanting Hare Krishna means Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. It's just like you're flapping your wings. Now you can go out of the cage. But no, come back to the cage. When you get attracted to the material objects, it is like Hanta Hanta, Vishvakshana, Sadhu. We come back to the cage of birth and death because there are so many interesting things there. Get out of this cage, go back to Krishna's kingdom. No, cage is very nice. Come back. That's all stupidness. The owner is throwing, Krishna is throwing. Go, I'm giving a chance now. Go. We don't go, we come back to the cage and sit down inside. Please close the cage. I want to go back to now bird's body, dog's body. Isn't it interesting?
Yeah.
Hello?
Nupur, you understood the logic? So you want to get out of the cage or you want to come back to the cage because there is so much enjoyment in this cage? Material world,
No.
we should
Get out of it.
We should be. We have a good experience of the trouble in the cage. But in this case, there are some interesting objects also. So we keep attracted. So by good intelligence, by good association, we should by tapasya, Prabhupada says by tapasya, intelligence becomes sharp. More and more you are withdraw yourself from sense gratification. More and more the mind becomes freshened and intelligence becomes sharp. There is a sharp intelligence we can withdraw ourselves from sense gratification. Okay? City of Varanasi had been very opulent and yeah, continue. Following
just behind the fiery demon, the Sudarshana Chakra also entered Varanasi. This city of Varanasi had been very opulent and great for a very long time. Even now, the city of Varanasi is very opulent and famous, and it is one of the important cities of India. There were then many big palaces, assembly houses, marketplaces, and gates, with very important large monuments by the places and gates. Lecturing platforms could be found at each and every crossing of the roads. There was a treasury house and elephant heads, horse heads, chariots, granaries, and places for distribution of foodstuffs. The city of Varanasi had been filled with all these material opulences for a very long time. But because the king of Kashi and his son Sudikshana were against Lord Krishna, the Vishnu Chakra Sudarshana, the disc weapon of Lord Krishna, devastated the whole city by burning all these important places. This excursion was more ravaging than modern bombing. The Sudarshana Chakra, having thus finished his duty, came back to his lord Shri Krishna at Dwarka. This narration of the devastation of Varanasi by Krishna's disc weapon, the Sudarshana Chakra, is transcendental and auspicious. Anyone who narrates this story or anyone who hears this story with faith and attention will be released from all reaction to self-owned activities. This is the assurance of Shukadeva Goswami, who narrated this story to Parikshit Maharaj. Thus ends the second volume, 11th chapter of Krishna, Deliverance of Paundraka and the King of Kashi.
So again, please note how much Shruti Phala is there by here. Whenever you get time, you get 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Don't waste time what Trump has said. Or your England, what is that? May? May. Isn't it?
Yes,
What she has said. Now they're saying we will again have voting on Brexit probably, correct?
Yes,
so every May, what May says, what Trump says, don't waste your time. Whenever you get time. You see the benediction by hearing. What is the benediction? Okay? We become released from all sinful activities. Okay? So auspicious.
Assurance of Sukadeva.
Chalo, now Divita Gorikla. When you go to Divita. Divita Gorikla is very interesting. He was in Lord Ramachandra's Leela also. And he was a great devotee of Lord Rama. But this Divita Gorilla had some offense for Lakshmana. You think Lakshmana is, useless. And when he was there, just like, Jambavan also we saw, he was there. He gave his daughter Jambavati to Krishna. He was also around in both the Leelas. And he was there, Divita Gorilla, in this Leela also. When Balaram hit that offense aboard the fruit, he thought he was a useless person. And then another thing, he went to the bad company of these two people, Bhaumasura and Narakasura. There are both, all the three of them in a bad company. He had a bad company, even though previously was a great devotee, done so much service. He became horrible. And then he became so envious, lost his Krishna consciousness. Just like, you tell somebody, Arey, tum to Ram ke liye lade, tumhara kya hua? You didn't get anything, correct? He got his wife back. What did you get? You didn't get anything. So simply wasted your time. People can uh, think in that way. So he had totally lost his devotion service by bad association. And you see, he was delivered by Balaram. Balaram killing is auspicious. Finally, he is fortunate to be killed by Balaram. Okay, previous pastime is clear. So don't be offensive. It doesn't help you. It will come and hit you back. We should never try to think bad of anybody, particularly think bad about harming a Lord or his devotee. It will come and hit you back. That's what happened to whole city was burned. When somebody does nice devotion service, you're sitting in which Nupur, you are in which city? New York. You sit and chant Hare Krishna. Manoj is chanting in England. Actually, by your chanting, you are feeding the whole city or country. You are bringing auspiciousness. Krishna's attention is brought there. Definitely more than what all other people are doing. Lord's attention is not there. What is that? What is the shloka, Shisha? All living entities substitute annad bhavati bhutani parjanya annabhava sambhavaha annad bhavati parjanya. So all the facilities of the Lord comes because yagna is happening. The day yagna stops, no facilities will come. Isn't Shisha? Then Kali Yuga will take full force. So when we are chanting, it is bringing all auspiciousness to the whole place becomes auspicious. Your family becomes auspicious, your country becomes auspicious. Krishna consciousness, proper said, is a boon for the human society. Same way when you do inauspicious activity, you're bringing everything bad there. Auspicious. Continue, 12th. Yatnupur Mataji. Who wants to read? Manoj, she looks too busy. You want to read?
Yes, Prabhuji. While chapter 12, deliverance of Divida gorilla, while Shukdeva Goswami continued to speak on the transcendental pastimes and characteristics of Lord Krishna, King Parikshit, upon hearing him, became more and more enthusiastic and wanted to hear further. Shukdeva Goswami next narrated the story of Dvivida, the gorilla who was killed by Lord Balrama. This gorilla was a great friend of Bhaumasura, Suras or Narakasuras, who was killed by Krishna in connection with his kidnapping 16,000 princesses from all over the world. Dvivida was the minister of King Sugriva. His brother Menda was also a very powerful gorilla king. When Dvivida gorilla heard the story of his friend Bhaumasura's being killed by Lord Krishna, he planned to create mischief throughout the country in order to avenge the death of Bhaumasura. His first business was to set fires in villages, towns, and industrial and mining places, as well as the residential quarters of the mercantile men who were busy dairy farming and protecting cows. Sometimes he would uproot big mountain and tear it to pieces. In this way, he created great disturbances all over the country, especially in the province of Kathwar. The city of Dwarka was situated in this um, Kathwar province. And because Lord Krishna used to live in this city, Dvivida specifically made it his target of disturbance.
Yeah. Started creating disturbance. Okay, continue. Now what happens?
Dvivida was as powerful as 10,000 elephants. Sometimes he would go to the seashore and with his powerful hands he would create so much disturbance in the sea that he would overflood the neighboring cities and villages. Often he would go to the hermitages of great saintly persons and sages and cause a great disturbance by smashing their beautiful gardens and orchards. Not only did he create disturbances in that way, but sometimes he would pass urine and stool on their sacred sacrificial arena. He would thus pollute the whole atmosphere. He also kidnapped both men and women, taking them away from their residential places to the caves of the mountains. Putting them within the caves, he would closed the entrances with large chunks of stone, like the Bringi insect, which arrests and carries away many flies and other insects, puts them within the holes of the trees where he lives. He thus regularly defied the law and order of the country. Not only that, but he would sometimes pollute the female members of many aristocratic families by forcibly raping them.
So basically, this is not new. Even today, Gunda Raj, correct? In
Yeah.
parts of India.
Yes, Prabhu.
I heard UP, Bihar,
Yeah.
practically so much work to be done. It's a total Gunda Raj. You cannot live peacefully there.
Yeah.
The administration is almost broken down. Okay, na? So this is a tendency of therefore when King Vena, when the King Vena's father Anga disappeared, what happened? They had a problem because father is not there, but all the rogues and thieves have become disturbing. So whenever administration is weak, the rogues and thieves start creating disturbance. Correct? The whole place become disturbed. So this is what is happening. The whole place became disturbed by the rogues and this people like Dvida. The administration is strong, like Krishna immediately was punished. Correct? So Kshatriyas means any disturbance like this who is disturbing people has to be punished. Kshatriya cannot be non-violent. He should act in the situation. Can he be non-violent now? Any Kshatriya sees a person who is doing things like him. You know? And we see now, even today, we had that whenever we saw people became powerful, they disturbed, you know. What happened in Syria? They kidnapped forcefully, they killed all the men, dragged their wives away. All crazy. Whenever they get power, people behave in these ways. They show. A good man, when he gets power, people are so happy because he gives them protection. Anna? When bad person gets power, he only harasses other people. Harasses. Just like he is harassing. Yeah. Continue, Mother. Manoj, yeah. So Manoj is reading. Let us hear Manoj.
While creating great disturbance all over the country, sometimes he heard very sweet musical sounds from the Ravatka mountain, and so he entered that mountainous region. There he saw that Lord Balrama was present in the midst of many beautiful young girls, enjoying their company while engaged in singing and dancing. He became captivated by the beautiful features of Lord Balrama's body, each and every part of which was very beautiful, decorated as he was with a garland of lotus flowers. Similarly, all the young girls present, dressed and garlanded with flowers, exhibited such beauty. Both Lord Balrama seemed to be fully intoxicated from drinking the Varuni beverage, and his eyes appeared to be rolling in a drunken state. Lord Balrama appeared just like the king of the elephants in the midst of many she elephants.
What is this Varuni? The Balram Jain temple makes. Varuni is not liquor, huh? It is honey.
Honey.
Yeah.
Honey.
It's made of honey. You made, Mataji?
No, Prabhu, no.
I was seeing the recipe, no? Recipe was there on Balram Jayanti. For Balaram, please make Varuni. He likes Varuni very much. Some honey, some camphor, some 3-4 items, and not like definitely. Even Devatas, they drink Somarasa. That is also not liquor. See, whatever you do in the material world is the imitation of the spiritual world. Spiritual world, Varuni is there, and you can say in the Indraloka and all, what is there?
Somarasa.
Somaras.
Is there. A metal world liquor. We also want to enjoy like Balaram. He takes Varuni and yeah, but it's different. He's in proper consciousness. Varuni is just gives some kind of different. It's not like ganja or liquor. It's a different thing. Everything we want to imitate. Yeah. What is a shisha?
Yeah, bro.
Balaram is enjoying liquor or what? What is this Varuni?
Yeah, that's the one is the honey itself. Yeah.
It's a honey.
Actually, like eating like sweet, more of sweet.
Yeah.
Actually,
When you take too much sweet, you feel a little bit intoxicated. That's how it is. Yeah, but you want to imitate that by liquor. That's a problem. And Devatas imitate by Somarasa.
Yeah.
And Somarasa gives strength to the body. The liquor kills you. Liquor destroys your liver, kidney. Somarasa does not destroy your liver, kidney. Similarly, honey is good for the body. Honey is not harming you. And this is intelligent. If you want to really get drunk, drink Varuni, not liquor. And you see the difference. It is not intoxicating like liquor. It is different. Just like too much sweet you take, you feel a bit intoxicated like that. This gorilla. Manoj, can
Yes, sir. This gorilla by the name of Duvida could climb up on the trees and jump from one branch to another. Sometimes he would jerk the branches, creating a particular type of sound, killa killa, so that Lord Balrama was greatly distracted from the pleasing atmosphere. Sometimes Duvida would come before the woman and exhibit different types of caricatures. By nature, young women are apt to enjoy everything with laughter and joking. And when the gorilla came before them, they did not take him seriously but simply laughed at him. However, the gorilla was so rude that even in the presence of Balrama, he began to show the lower part of his body to the woman, and sometimes he would come forward to show his teeth while moving his eyebrows. He disrespected the woman even in the presence of Balrama. Lord Balrama's name suggests that he is not only very powerful, but that he takes pleasure in exhibiting extraordinary strength. So he took a stone and threw it at Duvida. The gorilla, however, artfully avoided being struck by the stone. In order to insult Balrama, the gorilla took away the earthen pot in which the Varuni was kept. Duvida, being thus intoxicated with his limited strength, began to tear off all the valuable items left by Balrama and the accompanying young woman. He was so puffed up that Balrama could not do anything to chastise him, and he continued to offend Balramji and his
companions. Okay, so he continued. Now he has totally become mad. He's the great servant of the Lord. You see, totally fell down. He's become having kind of such obnoxious, sinful activities he's doing and trying to challenge the Lord itself. And now Krishna's mercy, because he did devotion service, Lord is going to come and kill him. Correct? The mercy on him, I think. Anna? Fine to close these activities personally. Yeah. Lord Balaram.
When Lord Balrama personally saw the disturbances created by the gorilla and heard that he had already performed many mischievous activities all over the country, he became very angry and decided to kill him. Immediately, he took his club in his hands. The gorilla could understand that now Balrama was going to attack him. In order to counteract Balrama, he immediately uprooted a big oak tree, and with great force he came and struck at Lord Balrama's head. Lord Balrama, however, immediately caught hold of the big tree and remained undisturbed, just like a great mountain. To retaliate, he took his club by the name of Sunanda and began to hit the gorilla with it. The gorilla's head was severely injured. Currents of blood flowed from his head with great force, but the stream of blood enhanced his beauty like a stream of liquid magnesia coming out of a great mountain. The striking of Balrama's club did not even slightly disturb him. On the contrary, he immediately uprooted another big oak tree, and after clipping off all its leaves, he began to strike Balrama's head with it. But Balrama, with the help of his club, tore the tree to pieces. Since the gorilla was very angry, he took another tree in his hands and began to strike Lord Balrama's body. Again, Lord Balrama tore the tree to pieces, and fighting continued. Each time the gorilla would bring out a big tree to strike Balrama, Lord Balrama would tear the tree to pieces by the striking of his club. The gorilla Dvida would clutch another tree from another direction and again attack Balrama in the same way. As a result of this continuous fighting, the forest became treeless. When no more trees were available, Dvida took help from the hills
And through
and, and threw large pieces of stone like rainfall upon the body of Balrama. Lord Balrama, also in a great sporting mood, smashes of stones into mere pebbles. The gorilla, being bereft of all trees and stone slabs, now stood before him and waved his strong fists. Then, with great force, he began to beat the chest of Lord Balrama with his fists. This time, Lord Balrama became most angry. Since the gorilla was striking him with his hands, he would not strike him back with his own weapons, the club or the plow. Simply with his fist, he began to strike the collarbone of the gorilla. This striking proved to be fatal to Duryodhana, who immediately vomited blood and fell unconscious upon the ground. When the gorilla fell, it appeared that all the hills and forests tottered.
Which was the other instance when Balaramji killed somebody with a strike?
See, once there was some gathering of the saints, as far as I remember.
Oh, that is the Romahashna. That is where the blade of grass.
Okay.
No, by fist. The first killing in Mathura, Chanur and Mustika. There also Balaram has hit him and he died similarly. Isn't it, Shisha? Chanur and Mustika also just by fighting. You see the Kshatriya's principle. If they have fought and his weapon is destroyed, they will not kill with the weapon. They will throw the weapon and fight him hand to hand. Principle. Even the fight with principles. Prabhupada said today fighting means Gundaism and hooliganism. No rules are followed. But this time they will not do like that. They will follow with rules. After this horrible incident,
After this horrible incident, all the Siddhas, great sages, and saintly persons from the upper planetary system began to shower flowers on the person of Lord Balrama, and sounds glorifying the supremacy of Lord Balrama were vibrated. All of them began to chant, all glories to Lord Balrama. Let us offer our respectful obeisances unto your lotus feet. By your killing this great demon Dvivida, you have initiated an auspicious era for the world. All such sounds of victory were heard from outer space after killing the great demon Dvivida and being unconscious upon.
after
Prabhuji, I
being
think
worshipped,
we moved into worshipped by showers of flowers and glorious sounds of victory, Balrama returned to his capital city Dwarka. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of second volume, 12th chapter of Krishna, deliverance of Dvida Gorilla.
and then next is a big chapter. This is another big ooh. Samba. Too much attachment to mother. He bit spoiled now. He's now the Balaram's pastime only. Now where is this pastime Balaram happening? Somewhere near Dwarka, no?
This is in Hastinapur. The Samba's marriage took place in Hastinapur.
No. Samba is different. Hastinapur. I am saying this Dvivida. Where is the Dvivida?
Dvivida, yeah, he is in that same as that city you told about that first. That city. That Katwar. That even Dwarka city was in that Katwar, that province.
Katwar. Province of Katwar. Yeah. This font is, this background color is okay? Black and reverse I have done.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, I like the white one.
But what to do? It has become like this and I'm struggling what to do.
It's okay.
Manoj, is the readability, this is better or the previous one was better?
This is more contrasting, so sometimes you lose words. White and black is.
You find this is better for your readability?
No, Prabhuji. White and black, the other one.
Older one is better. Okay, I'll try. I have to figure out how to do it. Okay. So,
okay.
What do you do?
This is fine.
One more chapter? Balarama's Leela is going on today. 5 minutes or one page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This is 1 hour job. So gorilla is died. Mhm. Yes, Murthy Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Then what happened? You are coming to Mayapur now?
Yes, sure, Prabhu. It's reserved already. I
Yeah.
spoke
Talk
to
to
Sridhar.
talk to Sridhara. Keep in touch with Sridhara. Okay?
Yeah. I'll keep in touch with him. Today also I spoke to him.
Oh, great.
Okay. So how
Nupur,
many people are coming from Mangalore?
see, already we are crossed 30.
See, who are? I mean, most of them are students.
Shisha is there. Manjula is there.
Oh, I'm so happy.
My parents are there.
Okay.
Take care.
I'm so happy you're all with us.
Yes.
But we'll be missing you, Prabhu. You are not coming.
No, I just now went. No, I
Okay.
went. No, I took a team just now.
Okay.
Okay. Some people are planning. They say want to make a trip to Vrindavan. I said, if you book tickets, I'll come.
Okay.
But not during this time because one of us should be here.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two is that actually, our temple, a lot of work has to happen.
Okay.
A lot of work is needed, isn't it, Shisha?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Don't
So we
I
are
actually
going during the
I don't feel
Kartik
like
Mas,
going
no?
away now. When things are developed, you can travel. People are managed. Now we have. If you don't, if you're not here, work is damaged. Damaged whatever work we are having.
So
Generally, I don't wish to go, but sometimes okay. So I just went, Mataji, and generally Shisha will be very good. Sridhara will be very good. He takes care nicely. And anyway, Shisha Manjula are there with you.
yeah, I'll be very happy. We are
You
very
have a
happy.
good group, very good group.
Yes. And this it's during Kartik Mas, no?
Yeah, this is during Kartik.
So even more nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Then, yes, Manoj, when is your planning to come to India?
Prabhuji, most likely December, but if not December, then January I'll come. But this time I'll be a bit longer, about a month.
Oh, don't even tell. Straight first come to Mangalore.
Okay, Prabhuji. Yeah.
If you tell, see, I tell you this. I tell you, mother is mother. I also have mother. 366 days, if I sit in front of her, still she'll not be satisfied. Correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Husband, wife is same. You 365 there with your wife, still say one more day you sit with me. Correct? You can never end it. So, but just like you're working there because you're important work, so similarly, spiritual work is also important. Correct? Don't even tell. Don't even tell.
Okay.
If they tell, they say they will keep calling you. If you come here also, they'll keep calling you. Correct? Say, now
Yeah.
I'm coming on 10th, but actually you come on 5th. So a few days you can be here. And we can even try some trip. We can go to Udupi together. We can spend time together. We can go to colleges together. That will be very nice.
Yes.
You can go to your Manipal together. Correct?
Yes.
And you can also go meet your faculties there. Okay? And maybe we can go to Tirupati together. Something we can do. South Indian trip we can do.
Only yesterday, day before yesterday, we came back from Tirupati, Prabhu.
Oh, you had a trip to Tirupati?
Yes,
How
just
was
for
the
2 days.
darshan?
My husband got his hair shaved.
Oh. Shaved, very nice.
Yeah.
Chalo.
We stood in just a senior citizen group.
How long was the darshan? How long it took?
It took about, we have some 1.5 hours. We were in the queue, 2 hours.
That's all.
Then for the darshans, inside 2 more hours, we are giving lot of prasadam, milk, they take care of us. Then we are let inside. It took about some half an hour to get inside to the temple.
Is it comfortable? No problem.
Yeah, very comfortable.
Oh, it's very nice. Shisha, see?
Yeah, bro.
That's a good point. Manoj, you can also plan. Bring your wife, kid, correct? Anna? We can also plan. Some trips we can plan together.
Yes.
Take care. Chalo.
We went to ISKCON also, we went.
Oh, you went? Oh, that's beautiful.
Beautiful. It's like a palace.
Beautiful.
It's like a palace, very beautiful.
Krishna's kindness, Krishna has sanctioned them.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And they are really fortunate also, intelligent and fortunate. The TTD only gave that land, Mataji.
Oh, is it?
Oh.
When
Oh.
Prabhupada went there, and they worship Prabhupada, practically worship like they worship some their acharya. They worshipped him with great respect and care.
Okay.
When Prabhupada used to go for darshan, they used to close all, nobody could go in like that. You know?
Inside he used to be allowed.
When you enter for darshan, they used to not allow any other person to enter out of respect for him. Alone darshan. You know, the Prabhupada sannyasis used to go. I was surprised they gave so much respect.
So
And
good.
then they sat with Prabhupada to hear him. So Prabhupada gave various advices. One thing they said, all the money coming for donation to Balaji should only be used for glorification of Balaji, not for the social welfare they are involved in, TTD, you know, in schools, hospitals. They don't do all this thing. Use all the money just for Lord's glorification. Correct? That's the principle in ISKCON we follow.
Then ultimately, in the name of social service, they steal.
Then Manav Seva, Madhav Seva, everything become diluted step after step. You know,
Step by step, yeah.
from Krishna consciousness you come to Satoguna, then stealing you come to Tamoguna. You come down more.
Wherever you,
Huh?
in Tirupati, wherever you see there is prasadam distribution, no beggars, nobody is allowed to go away without having a.
Yeah, that is their principle. And when in whole Andhra Pradesh, if somebody has too much problem, he just leaves home everything and sits in Tirupati. Free food and free stay. 10, 15 days, they just cool themselves, take darshan 2-3 times and eat prasadam and relax. Isn't it?
Everywhere there was prasadam distribution, no one will go hungry.
Yeah, nobody can. People do that there. You know, but not beggars, but any, you know, person who gets in too much anxiety, because Tirupati, they have faith in Balaji. They just be at Balaji for some time. They relax themselves, cool their head, and they come back. I heard that. And the ISKCON temple is below. They have 4 or 5 people there watching. They have counters everywhere. They keep an eye on such people. So they meet these people and they say that, see, anyway, you're sitting and eating, don't doing anything. Below we have ISKCON temple, he'll give you some work. You know this?
Yeah, I do.
Hare Krishna Jayanti Mataji. And then what happens is that many of the people after 2-3 years become wonderful devotees. You know, many of the people.
That hall is so big.
Huh?
It's a very big hall.
Where?
In Tirupati.
ISKCON?
ISKCON, yes.
Yeah, nicely, well decorated. I think one of the best decorated hall.
Yes.
Chalo. Yes, Shisha, we finished a bit early today. Better.
Yeah.
We started early, finish early. We can get early very easily. Hare Krishna Jayanti Mataji, I think you are able to hear us. Hare Krishna Manoj.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Nupur. Nupur, when is your plan to come to India? I don't know. You just came, Hannah? You are muted, Nupur Mataji.
Oh, she has muted.
Hare Krishna Venki. Hare Krishna Venki. Chalo. These people
So
are
when are you planning to come to Bangalore, Prabhu? Are you coming to Bangalore?
I have some work. I do not know. I'll try to visit you, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhu.
Take care. You also come, Mataji. Come, you stay with us now. Now you know that I have taken a big guest house. Please come, stay with us comfortably.
Okay. Sure, Prabhu.
I've taken a huge building next to the temple.
Okay.
There are 3 rooms there. Big, good facility.
Okay.
You come anytime. You just tell us, but generally it will be available. But tell us.
That's nice.
And then you can stay with us few days. That will be very nice, comfortable. Correct?
Yes.
Hare Krishna Venki. Chalo. Okay.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.